Okay, so today I'm going to be making a Gada or a mace. And this is the way I do it. There's loads of different ways to do it, but I wanted to show you how I do it just so the idea is out there. You can try it any way you want. Anyway, to start with, you need some kind of personal protective equipment, so some rubber gloves, some kind of respirator and goggles. This is for when you're working with the cement, especially if it's windy, you don't want it in your eyes or in your throat. It's up to you whether you use it or not, but it's always handy to have it around just in case. I always use eye protection, may not use the mouthpiece. Also got a tape measure just to measure out the length of the bamboo pole, hammer and some nails, because I use nails, I don't use screws. Never really found the need for screws, but again it's up to individual and their own preference. Okay, here is a light fitting. This is what I will use to make my Gada. So it's already got the screws and stuff in there, so you could use the screws from this. And this cost me about 500 pesos, so that's about £6, maybe $10 if that. The good thing about these are you can see how much cement is coming up through the bottom. That way you can incrementally increase the weight. So I could just fill it halfway up and then pour more cement in as I get stronger over time. And here's some cement here. Now I buy this a kilo at a time, which again allows me to gauge very precisely how heavy the Gada is going to be afterwards. And each one of these costs about 20 pesos. That's what, maybe 10 cents. I've got 18 of these here because I want to make a roundabout a 16 kilogram Gada today, and then add weight over time. This is to bridge the gap from the 15 kilogram one I've got and the 22 kilogram Gada I've got, and that way I'll have a better selection, so it gives me more options, which is always nice. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. If you have a look. Okay, this is a bamboo pole with a cement base, and basically they use these in the Philippines all around the roads as road markings or for road works, that kind of thing. And basically the bamboo's really good quality, it comes painted up. What I used to do is break the base, but that takes ages, you need to smash it with a hammer. But what I found is quicker and makes less noise is cutting at the base. And to be honest, I like the bamboo to be a little bit shorter than the size it is now. So what I'll do now is get cutting, and then I'll show you the length of the bamboo after I've done that. What I'll do now is I'll hammer in some nails, so it'll give it extra security for when it's being swung around. I'll show you what the end product looks like once I've done that, so hold on a second, peeps. Nails in. Looks relatively ugly, but it does the job. None of the ones that I've made so far have fallen apart on me, and it's only me who uses them, so I'm taking the risk. But if you're going to do this properly, I would suggest paying probably a bit more attention to what you do and not just go hell for leather on it. But the way that I do it, it doesn't really have any detrimental effects. Okay, now let's get loading the cement. Emptying off the cement into your appliance. So I'm going to add 16 kilos today. I've already put a few kilos in. So you need a knife. Open up the cement. Pour it in. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. I'm wearing gloves because this stuff will get underneath your nails, and that really hurts, especially when it expands. And it's really hot out here in the Philippines. It's overcast today, but I'm still sweating quite a bit. So, contact with skin, this thing starts to solidify very quickly. Okay, so let's Let's fast forward this a bit. So now we've got 16 kilos worth of cement. Now with water, the weight may change a bit, and as you can see, it looks like it's almost to the top, but it being the powder form that it is, with water, it'll eventually settle and compress down. What I use for my other ones is I'll sometimes add sand or lead shot from ankle weights, because there's these ankle weights that I found in the shop, just to increase the density and the weight, but not sacrificing the volume. This one's just 100% cement, nothing else added to it. So it may look big, but it should be fairly light. So now all I need to do is add the water, and just tap, and then we're good. So just get the scale away. So now what you do is you add the water. And then use the actual Gada pole, get it in there, start mixing it up. Now don't worry too much about going around the sides, because if you put enough water in with this, I found that it will just go down to the bottom anyway. You don't really need to mix it up. So let's leave it there for a minute. Okay. Then as the water bubbles down to the bottom, as you can see, I'll wait for it to do that. Move this stick around a bit more, and then just leave it to set. So what you may need to do, into the pole, so it goes all the way through. Try and keep it in the center as well, just for balance. This way you're making sure it's nice and secure. Now that's good actually. That's good. It's nice and central. You don't want it against one side, otherwise it just looks a bit weird and it feels weird. Okay, so looking down, you're going to be as central as possible, so play around a little bit of adjustment. And then when you're happy, just prop it up against something so I can lean it against this wall. And then we're good to go. Then tidy up the debris. It comes out at actually 20 kilograms, but that's okay because I made an 18 kilogram one, which is a little bit smaller, which is this one here, with a slight modification. It has lead weights at the end, so it makes it feel a little bit different, but the difference isn't anything major. I'm not too worried about that or get perennial about the matter, just because it looks slightly different. As long as it does the job and it feels okay when you're doing the work, it doesn't matter too much. So this is a good selection I have here. I have the 20 kilograms, this smaller one here is about 8 kilograms, this one here is 15 kilograms, this one here is 18 kilograms, this one in the back here is 24 kilograms, and this one here, my first one I made, is now 28 kilograms. Now what I like about these lampshades are, now there's still space in here. All I need to do to increase weight and make it say 21 kilograms is add a kilogram of cement into this, and you can increase the weight that way, which is really good. As you can see, I've not got much space left in this one at all. I could probably maybe get a kilogram in there if that, but 28 kilograms is about as heavy as I need to go at the moment in my own personal training. The 24, I could probably add quite a bit of weight. And again, if you're using lead shot, sand, anything like that, then you can increase the weight in different other ways. Okay, well, I hope everyone enjoyed my Gada making stuff. Any comments or questions, please feel free to ask. Doesn't look beautiful, but as long as it does the job, hey, who cares? Everyone out there, be safe. Love you all. Bye.